everyone, have you guys ever played Monopoly? You know that game where you buy properties, collect rent, and try to bankrupt your friends? Well, what if I told you that running a business is actually pretty similar to playing Monopoly? But instead of collecting properties, you are fighting for something even bigger, that is profits. And just like Monopoly, it's not just about owning the most properties, it's about managing 5 key forces that shape your success. These forces are what we call Porter's 5 forces, and today we are going to break them down and see how they control the game of business. Now, you might be asking, who is this Porter and why do we care about his 5 forces? Well, Porter's 5 forces was developed by a brilliant mind, Harvard business professor Michael Porter, who introduced this model back in 1979. He wrote an article in the Harvard Business Review that completely flipped the way we thought about business competition. Now, instead of just focusing on rivalry between companies, he said we need to consider a broader range of factors that affect profitability. Things like suppliers, customers, new competitors, and even substitutes. In other words, Michael Porter gave us a roadmap for understanding how competition works in every industry. And just like Monopoly game, he showed us that winning in business is about managing these 5 powerful forces, not just collecting the most properties. So in today's video, we will break down these 5 forces one by one. We will explain each of them using simple definitions and real-world examples to make sure it all clicks. Now here's what we'll cover in the video. First, we'll understand bargaining power of buyers, how customers shape pricing and influence products. Second, we'll understand bargaining power of suppliers, that is why suppliers sometimes hold the cards when it comes to pricing. Threat of substitutes, how alternatives can threaten your business. Then we'll understand threat of new entrants, that is how newcomers can disrupt the market. And finally, industry rivalry, that is why competition doesn't always mean price wars. And to make it more fun, we will also explore how real companies have used Porter's model to transform their business strategies and come out on the top. Now, before we dive into today's topic, here's a quick quiz to get you thinking. Which of these is the most important factor for success in business? Having the best product, understanding the competitive forces, advertising the most? Now take a second to think about it, drop your answer in the comment section below, and we will see who gets the right answer. Also, just a quick piece of information, if you want to take your leadership skills to the next level, you should definitely check out SP Jain School of Global Management's Senior Leadership Program. This is a 10-month live online course which will help you lead AI initiatives without needing to be a data scientist. You learn directly from renowned global faculty, experience a 3-day campus immersion, and gain hands-on insights into strategic thinking, digital transformation, and AI-driven decision-making. Plus, you will earn a certificate of completion from SP Jain and join the prestigious global alumni network. Now, don't forget to check out the program details in the description box below for more info and to connect with an advisor. Before we get started, make sure to hit that subscribe button and check out the Simplilearn channel for more videos like this. Now, let's get started and learn how to use these 5 forces in your business strategy. Let's start with the first force, the bargaining power of buyers. Now, think about shopping for a new phone. The more options you have, different brands, stores, and deals, the more power you as the buyer have. You get it to pick what fits your needs and budget best. This is what exactly happens in business. When buyers have lots of options, they can demand lower prices or better quality. Let's look at an example now. So we have an airline industry. Travelers often choose the cheapest flight and they don't really care about what airline they fly with. Airlines know this, so they constantly compete to offer better deals, better service, and more perks to keep customers coming back. The more options buyers have, the harder it is for companies to keep their prices high. You can think about how Southwest Airlines changed the game by offering low-cost, no-frills flight. Customers loved the price and other airlines had no choice but to lower their fares and add similar feature. The bargaining power of customers led to a shift in the entire industry. And now that we have understood how customers can control the pricing, let's dive into the next force, which is the suppliers. Bargaining power of the suppliers. Picture this. You own a small electronics store and there's only one supplier who provides the microchips you need to make your products. Because they're only your source, they have the power to charge higher prices. You can't just switch to someone else because there's no one else who wants to offer what you need. Similarly, in the business world, suppliers have the power to affect the cost and the quality of products by controlling key resources. Let's look at the tech industry example. Now, Apple relies heavily on a handful of suppliers for things like chips and screens. If one of these suppliers increases prices or reduces quality, Apple might have no choice but to absorb the cost or pass it on to the other customer. This increases the cost of doing business for Apple, which can affect profitability. You can take the case of Intel and AMD. Now, Intel has dominated the processor market for years. Because it has a strong hold on chip supply, it could charge higher prices. But when AMD started innovating and offering cheaper competitive chips, Intel had to lower its prices or risk losing customers to the competition. Next, let's talk about a force that's a little trickier to deal with, which is the substitutes. Threat of substitutes. Imagine you have been buying bottled water from a brand you love. But one day, you find a new company that offers water in more eco-friendly container for half the price. You might switch because the substitute meets the same need and at a lower cost, right? Similarly, in businesses, substitutes are products or services that meet the same need as yours but in a different way. Now, this can be a major threat to companies. Let's look at an example now. Netflix posed a serious threat to cable TV. With cheaper subscriptions and on-demand content, many people cancelled their cable packages and switched to streaming services. You can think of how smartphones like the iPhone made traditional cameras almost obsolete. People now use their phones to take photos instead of buying expensive cameras. The rise of smartphones as a substitute has dramatically affected the camera industry. And now that we have covered substitute, let's look at how new competitors can enter the market and change the game. Force 4. Threat of new entrants. Imagine a coffee shop that has been doing great for years, but suddenly a new cafe opens just down the block. They offer better menu, better service, and lower prices. This new competitor is a serious threat, and they could steal your loyal customers. The threat of new entrants is all about how easy it is for new companies to enter an industry and compete with established businesses. Let's look at an example now. The tech industry has seen new players like Tesla disrupting the traditional car manufacturing sector. Now, Tesla didn't need to follow the same path as Ford or GM. They used innovation to offer electric cars at a better price. Think about the Uber versus traditional taxi competition. Uber entered a market with high entry barriers. Taxi required licenses and permits, but Uber's lower prices and convenience made it a big disruptor, forcing taxi companies to rethink their business models. So now that you have understood how threat to new entrants work in businesses, let's finally understand the most competitive force, the rivalry among existing competitors, which is the industry rivalry. Now imagine two fast food chains, McDonald's and Burger King, located right next to each other. They constantly battle to outdo each other with new promotions, better value meals, and fancier ads. This is what we call industry rivalry. It's one of the biggest factors that can reduce profits for everyone in the market. Rivalries are intense when there are a lot of competitors fighting for the same market. Take the fast food industry, companies like McDonald's and Burger King are constantly competing to win over customers. But the more they fight into the market share, the lower their profits go. Now that we have understood all the 5 forces of Porter's, let's now look into a fun example of how a company used Porter's 5 forces to completely change its strategy. You have heard of Southwest Airlines, right? Well, in 1990s, the airline industry was struggling with high cost, low profits, and then came Southwest Airlines. They looked at the 5 forces and realized that in an industry where suppliers, which is the aircraft manufacturers, had a lot of power, customers had many choices, and new entrants were coming in, they needed to shake things up. So Southwest made a bold move. They focused on just one type of airplane, which lowered maintenance costs, offered quick, affordable flights, and kept prices low. Now, by doing this, they effectively used Porter's model to manage the threat of substitutes, which is the other airlines, and new entrants. Today, they are one of the most successful airlines in the world. So that's a breakdown of Porter's 5 forces. These 5 forces, bargaining power of buyers, bargaining power of suppliers, threat to substitutes, threat to new entrants, and industry rivalry can make or break a business. And understanding these forces allow companies to make smarter decisions, stay ahead of the competition, and increase their profits. So whether you're playing Monopoly or running a business, it's all about managing the game and making strategic moves. Alright, now that we have explored all the 5 forces, here's again a final quiz question for you. Which of the following forces is most likely to lead the lower profits in business? Your options are high bargaining power of customers, low threat of substitutes, few competitors in the market. Let me know your answer in the comment section below. Hi there, if you like this video, subscribe to Simplilearn YouTube channel and click here to watch similar videos. To nerd up and get certified, you can check the description box below.